Hey there, Jeep fans and flat fender fanatics. Suns in my eyes. Johnny here. How you doing today out there in Jeep land? We're doing okay here. Laying out my windshield studs, and I want to show you how I'm doing this. In case you have to, in case you have to weld your hole shut and start all over again. So, a couple of issues you run into is how do I lay out these holes so that they're on the apex of the pipe in the right area? Well, I'll show you a couple tricks here. I just have my shop ruler here. Get this camera pointed the right way. Shop ruler, turned up on edge. Actually, a little bit on a curve here. And running across your pipe frame here, just like that. And what you're left with then, let's see if we can get down here close enough, is a solid line, almost like you took a pencil across here. And that's the apex of the pipe. Life hack. So we went across here. Well, I laid out all my stud widths. Okay, on this Jeep, on this homemade Jeep, it works out to be 6 inches exactly on center. So we have a stud here at the corner, and then we have a stud every 6 inches all the way across. And I don't know, by some miracle, it worked out when I made this thing. So that's where we are now. The next problem you're going to run into is how do we drill straight holes back through the pipe. Well, I made myself a tap block and a drill block here. Okay, you can see my setup here. Big hole through this bottom piece so I can see where my drill bit's going with the tap block. Now, even though this isn't a real Willys Jeep, the methods of fabrication and setup are the same no matter what you're working on. So you could use this if you had to re-drill your holes in your windshield frame, or drill holes on the top edge of a pipe assembly or some kind of pipe frame, whatever. This is how you would do it. So I have two holes drilled here. Okay, let me get zoomed in here a little bit more so you can see what we're talking about here. Come on, camera. There we go. I have one to drill 1024 screws, and I have one to tap 1024 screws. And then I would use this larger hole also to run the tap down through. The smaller hole we're going to use to drill for the tap. And I also, in case this is too thick here, because this is, here's my 1032 tap. It's gonna, I don't know if we're going to be able to do it. So I went ahead and made a thinner one too. Now what you want to do, this is actually parts from a wood frame futon. Okay, my ex was thrown away, so I'm a scrounger. I always take anything I can find that I think I could make a use out of, and I said, well, I could probably make something out of that oak someday. And here we are about 5 years later, making something out of it. You want nice, straight, cut, dimensional hardwood to make tap blocks and drill blocks. And then when you have your drill block and your tap block, all you need is a flat surface to set it on. I mean, if you're drilling or tapping on a flat piece of metal, let's say this is the metal you're trying to drill, well then you just set it on there and psh. But I needed a way to locate the top edge plumb. So just a flat piece of board with a relief cut into it so I can see where my drill bit's going. You see what I mean? And there you are. I'll run my tap down through there like that, because I'm guessing this is going to be too thick. If I were just tapping, like let's say this was your metal, this might be enough to get your tap started plumb. I mean, the thicker it is, the better. But since we're going down through this wood, this might be the hot setup here. So, anyways, there we are. That's how you lay out some straight holes on pipe. And I hope you enjoyed watching. Peace.